Thank you for tuning in for the very first broadcast of Htlady Ministries. I'm so glad to have you with me tonight. Now, this show is going to be a little different from the rest of the shows that you see. I really want to get personal with women. I want to discuss women issues. I want to be able to relate to women that I know where you're at, and I hope you all send me emails and comments to let me know where you're at as well so we can discuss some issues. My goal is to come on every Friday night. That's like when you're winding down, you may be able to sit back, kick your feet up, and just tune me in for a few minutes. Now, the Lord has been really dealing with me about what do you feel like you are as a woman. Now, I know from the outward appearance we look different from a man, but the emotional part, the inward part of us is different. Now, you can go all the way back to Genesis. Now, everybody blames Eve for, so to speak, making Adam partake of the fruit. She listened to the serpent and she got bewitched. We realize that. But see, Eve was taken from man, which means she was not totally whole to begin with. And she had some emotional issues going on. She had different things going on. It was like, she was trying to discover who she was. Now, as women of God, the Lord has always dealt with me about who are you aside from, yes, I have a husband, I'm married, been married for a long time, but am I still a woman? Am I still me without my mate? Am I still me without my children? Women can get lost and caught up in everybody else's issues, and you forget who you truly are. And then that's when that frustration sets in. You become resentful. You may become bitter. Have you ever seen a bitter old woman? It's because she feels like, and I've talked to older women before, it's like they gave so much of themselves over the years, and they never gave back to themselves. They never poured back into themselves. They did so much for other people, but it seemed like they never got anything in return, and they became bitter. Women of God, we are not supposed to become bitter. It doesn't matter what age we are. God says whatever you do, you got to do it with joy. We got to keep the fruits of the Spirit. Is it easy? Oh, I can say no. But Paul says I have to buffet my flesh and I have to bring myself into subjection, that I'm able to do all things through Christ. So my show is going to be about dealing with those issues and dealing with those hang-ups. And this show is for anybody that's young, from teenage years all the way up into our golden years, because we're all able to change. And as long as there's breath in our body, it's time for improvement, and we should want to improve. We should want to, as the word say, grow old. Grow old gracefully, not the word, but just in the world category. So you need to grow old gracefully. And the young women need to realize that, hey, you're not going to be this age forever. But what you start doing now in your younger years will affect you in your older years. And for us older women, yes, we may have messed up when we were younger, but we're here now. So we got to make some changes and know we can still continue to live life like it's golden. Now, I have some scriptures dealing with just being a woman of God. Because the Lord dealt with me again. I've had dreams, visions about my own self as being a woman, and some things I just did not like. That's what made me start to change. Yes, I've been a Christian since my teens. Yes, I was married. I've been married 31 years. I'm a mother of 5 children. I've got 3 grandbabies so far. But the Lord has let me know that, how is your walk? What are you? Because some things you missed it. And women have to just admit sometimes, yes, I missed it. I may have fussed too much. I may have cried too much. I may have hollered too much. I may have pouted or remained silent too much. But you got to ask yourself, was that the fruit of the Spirit in what I was doing? So women of God need to know how to just slow down sometime and just take some me time to get yourself together. It may take, and I've learned this through the years, especially the young mothers are raising small children. You get up in the morning, you may have 1 child get ready, you may have 6 kids to get ready for school. I had 5, so I knew if I didn't prepare the night before, my morning would have been very chaotic, and I had to learn that the hard way. And I also had to learn I had to take some time for myself, because I was always in the hustle and the bustle and the rush mode. And then when it was time to wind down at night to really seek the Lord, I was so tired and sleepy, I fell asleep. So I had to learn how to get up in the morning early. If it's just 15 minutes, you got to be able to get yourself together, get focused, and say, God, I need your help today because I cannot do this on my own. You got to have your own Bible study, your own personal notebooks, your own journaling. These are things that can help you relax. You got to know how to take care of yourself. You got to learn how to love yourself. Psalms 139:14 says, "For I am fearfully and I am wonderfully made." That's why I'm going to praise the Lord, because you got to embrace who you are. A very dear woman who's my mother-in-law, Dr. M, and also my pastor, has always told me that you got to love yourself for who you are. It doesn't matter if you're fat, you're skinny, you're black, you're white. Doesn't matter if your hair is long or short. You got to embrace you. You got to look yourself in the mirror and say, "I love me." And if you don't like something about yourself, just change it. I mean, the world system's got, if you don't like your hair, you can change your hair color, you can change your hairstyle, you can make your hair long, you can make it short. It's so much you can do. If you think you're too big, you can lose weight. You think you're too small, you can gain weight. It's just so much that we can do. You can change your style of clothing. You can give yourself a makeover. But again, if the inside of us is not made over, then the outward appearance is not going to be anything. You got to love yourself for who you are.